So then you expect that what is already counted in the budget is mostly what is going to appear with the new supplementary issues that the minister will want to do. In that case, we are not expecting much do, but the minister has also assured that we are not to expect new taxes to be imposed on us. And for me, that is very assuring. And because if you recall, they wanted to implement the plastic 5% on excise tax on plastics. And so if that thing is not coming, then it's not going to have any effect on the plastic industry. Then also, we are expecting that he talks a fund mechanism to stabilize the economy, the local currency, and all that. We can see some stability, but it has to be further enhanced. That we have a real stability in our local currency, and that I am hoping that he will talk something about it. The inflation have been managed for some time, but we still expect that inflation goes further down through the stabilization of the local currency and other things that they will do. Otherwise, the taxes, cost of doing business we're talking about, we are not expecting that to remove the tax that we've been talking about.
Right. So, moving. I believe that you'd want to go to Parliament tomorrow to go and hear what he's got to say.
Look, as far as fact, I hardly go there, and I'm not going there this time too. Yeah.
Right. So, with regard to tomorrow, also, we're picking some signals that VAT on electricity might return. It's something which is a possibility which the finance minister may possibly.
That's another layer of tax, but he has promised that no additional tax is going to be imposed on this. So I'm not expecting anything of that nature. Because we had a discussion with the finance ministry just a couple of days, and there was clear assurance that there was not going to be any new taxes that is going to be imposed on this.
Right. And, a lot of your members obviously, do their business through the ports and all of that. So with regard to how the ports operate, of course, there have been a lot of complaints about the taxes, the heavy burden of taxes, on the importation of goods and all of that. Are you expecting, something to be done in that regard? Are you expecting to hear something like that in the mid-year budget review?
Yeah, we need relief. We need to have respite to doing business. We've talked about this thing so many times, but that was also saying that because this one is a media review, our experience has shown that no major changes is done as regards with what have already been captured, except some few supplementaries that so we are not expecting much. But then we are also not expecting that new taxes are also imposed. So I believe that maybe the school will remain. But we are still hoping, because our input that we made, we had the assurance that we'll be taking and subsequent budget government that come. That's what we've been discussing with all the political parties about the high cost of doing business. And fortunately, most of them have agreed and understood our plight and assured us that we are going to do about the tax system in the country, especially with regards to the clearance of goods at the port.
Right. And the last I checked with the Ghana cedi, it's standing at around 15 cedis, 42 pesos, 15 cedis, 50 pesos, depending on where you get your dollars, or depending on where you get your cedis from. So with regard to the Ghana cedi, what would be your expectation as well, because there have been fluctuations, but it's been said that relatively for some time now it's been stable, hovering around the 15 city mark. Is that okay? You're expecting to hear, some more measures in that regard?
Stability of the local currency is very important, and that's what made business able to run, and then also make prices stable and all that. And then we also realize this, but we think that they have to communicate the mechanism that sustain this stability that we are seeing now.
Hello, Doc. Are you there? Hello, Doc. Your line is breaking. We lost you for a bit there. If you can reposition so that we can clearly hear what you're telling us. Hello, Doc.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. We lost you for a bit.
So stability of the local currency is very important, and that we have to do everything to sustain the seeming stability that we are seeing now. But we should also do anything possible if it will be able to bring the dollar down, further down, and also to help prices of goods and services to come down. And business thrives on the stability of the local currency. They are able to run and focus their businesses and also make sure that prices are for reasonable turnover the consumer public. So very important that they bring a mechanism that to ensure that we have this. Also, do everything possible. Expenditure. Because normally when expenditure go high, we have a deficit in our budget and all that. That's why subsequently taxes are imposed on us. Because when we have the deficit, then we have to clear the deficit and all that. So management of the expenditure is also very important, especially at this time when we are going for elections. So it doesn't throw the economy out of hand again.
All right, very well. Doc, we're grateful that you've spoken to us here on the Morning Star.
Thank you so much.
All right. You've just heard us speak to the president of the GUTA, the Ghana Union Traders Association. Expectations for the budget tomorrow. Dr. Alfred Obeng has been speaking to us, telling us what they expect, as GUTA. Obviously, the stabilization of the city is very, very important to them because of how they use it, or should I say the dollars that they use to do their business. We'll take a short break here. When we return, we've got an upcoming interview for you. My colleague Ibrahim Al-Hassan sat down in a very explosive interview that you do not want to miss. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.